This isn't about just winning the match. Pride and bragging rights are at stake here. Both fighters will need to bring their A game to the table.
Prepare yourself. Round one. Fight.
The fight just started. This is Tasty Steve on commentary. Shoots off a projectile from downtown to check their approach. Counter hit throw there. Player 2 needs to be cautious with drive gauge. Tries to keep the pressure on the opponent by zoning with fireballs. Player 2 is in burnout. Drives off the table. All right, let's see the damage here. Throws him. What's next? Taking stock. They decide to hang back and rethink their game plan. Heading into the end game now. It's getting tense. Nails the anti-air. Yoga float. Where's this going? Recovers from burnout. Closing moments of the round. One hit. Oh, burnout activates. Player 1 can't afford mistakes without the drop. Oh, how they spot that. Player 1 picks up the first round. That'll give him a psychological advantage.
Round 2. Fight.
Instant jumping. Takes the hit and keeps on trucking. A chance for big damage with the punish counter. And brings out the super. How's this going to work out for him? Counters the jump in with a perfect parry. Throws him, springs forward with the drive rush. Player 1 has the meter lead. Okay, creating some space here. Don't mind me, just making a flowchart over here. Big throw. Could be looking to start something. Player 2 can't use any drive moves without burning out. Blocks it. Smart play with the throw. Player 1 is working with a better gauge. What can they do with it? Time to reassess the situation? Both of our combatants are cooking up something. Hard to keep track of them. This is gonna hurt. Yoga Inferno, woo, it's getting hot here. Good heads-up play going for that combo to do enough damage to finish the round. This is the final round. Expect to see some fireworks.
Final round. Fight.
Last chance? It's now or never. Blocks. Burnout trigger. The throw connects. There's a chance. Sets up with the jump in. Player 2 is in burnout state. A very perilous situation. This is where we can expect some major pressure. So you're just gonna stand there. Yoga float to mess with her head. You know we paid to get in here, right? This is gonna hurt. Connects with the throw. Both sides getting ready. Test the waters with a fireball. Bamboozling time with the yoga float. Crowns them from above. Oh, here we go. Player 1 can't let this simmer. They got us. Oh, what a rush. Forward throw. Laying the pressure on thick. So what's next? Tries to act quickly, but whiffs the attack. Burns out. They can't get hit here. Are you for real? Are you for real? Player 1 made some smart moves there. Great game. We got a good match on deck right now, and no one's gonna want to blink once the action gets started.
Let us begin. Prepare yourself. Round 1. Fight.
All right, first round. What's going to happen? Parries the attack and goes for the throw. Player 1 pushes the opponent into the corner. Gets the jump in. Gets it. Player one draws first blood, and it's on the board. Can they keep the momentum?
Round two. Fight.
Decides to create some distance to start. They've piled up the knowledge. Now how are they going to use it? Opts for the anti-air. The fighters continue to check each other in the early going. This fight is just underway. What kind of game plan do they have? Grabs them. A quick breather. They decide to hang back and rethink their game plan. Yoga flow. Uses the fireball to try to get a reaction. Yoga flow, where's this going? Player two can't use any drive moves without burning out. Sneaks in above. Gets clipped by the anti-air. Burnout triggered. Player one in dire straits with burnout. Looking winded, burnout changes the game. Looking for a chance. Not a lot happening, but I'm sure there's a point to this. Side switch out of the corner. Player two needs them air to air. Hard to sets up with the jump in. Closes it out. Last round, people. Both fighters gotta go all in from this point.
Final round. Fight.
Creates tries to make something happen with the overdrive arm. Lets off a yoga fire. Player two didn't rely too much on drive in that last round, but they may be looking to mix things up here. They back the opponent into the corner, now to apply the pressure. Player one needs to take... Nothing stops this train! Yoga fire! Who makes the first move at this drive rush? What now? Drive gate is almost out. Use them well. Amazing! Jumps! Crowns them from above. What a smart throw! Player, oh, what a rush! Throws them. Nothing but this is gonna hurt. But grabs him. Player two can't use any drive moves. Gotta play it safe. They gotta dig down deep here. Breaks the seal and activates the third eye. Perfect damage calculation, no doubt about it. They don't have any leeway to make a mistake. Someone's gotta make a move. Who do you think you're swinging at? This is gonna kill, no doubt about it. Are you for real? Player one has gotta be feeling good getting the win out of that absolute carnage. Oh, it's a good day for a fight.
Here's to a fair fight.
Time to play.
Round one. Fight.
Let's see what they try and do here in this first round. Quick check to start the round. Well-timed command throw there. Player one has the life lead. What are they thinking here? Player two chases him down. Not shy with the grab. All right, what's coming next? Holds out with the block. That throw misses. They're vying for dominant position in the corner. Uses the drive rush to deprive them of their turn. Player one is just about out of drive after that. It's backed into the corner with pressure building. At this range, many attacks connect if you stick something out. The neutral game is sowing, picks up the win with the counter hit. Looked like they were baiting their opponent into making a mistake. Player one picks up the first round. That'll give him a psychological advantage. They've piled up the knowledge. Now how are they going to use it? Did well to get the buff in there. This fight is just underway. What kind of game plan do they have? Player two, maintaining the corner pressure for some juicy damage. Let's see how they apply their corner pressure in this situation. Player one needs to use what little drive they have left effectively. Lots of fuha bank and plenty of avenues to race through. Sayasho, clean parry. Oh, parry. Nice parry. Takes the hit and keeps on trucking. Player turnout trigger. Throwing some shade. Max SA gauges. They both have pounding them with the Lapshuka. Can they stand the heat? That's not gonna hit. The super doesn't hit. Both fighters are out of drive. Might be a good idea to back off, but they might draw super art. Feng Shui engine activation. They want to end this quick. Not much life left, but their drive usage may save them. Reads the jump in perfectly. Needs to find a chance. Counters with amnesia. Nice read. Looking for a chance. Overhead, but it won't work. Both sides KO. Player one gets a clear victory. I know they want to add more W's to that column. Right here, right now, we're in for something special.
Here's to a fair fight.
Time to play.
Round one. Fight.
Let's see what they try and do here in this first round. Jump in finds the mark. Very dangerous range. They can definitely get clipped by something here. Player two pushes the opponent into the corner. Throws to get around their defense. All right, what's coming next? Just out of range for that throw. Not shy KO. Player one on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on.
Round two. Fight.
Instant jump in. Gets a buff in the meantime. Will this super art connect? How will they take advantage of everything that's happened up until now? What's gonna happen next? Player two will look to apply pressure here. Saihasho to start something. Ooh, burnout activates. Picks up the counter. This is going to be huge. Player two is holding on to that corner advantage. KO. This is the final round. Expect to see some fireworks.
Here's back.
Final round. Fight.
Backdash hits the drive. It's time for both fighters to lay it all on the line. Gets carried to the corner. A parry links it. This can lead to some big damage. There's a burnout. A back throw for damage and vital position. Player one, what were they thinking? Excellent read. Fools him and locks in and breaks. Give him some of that PDA. Player one with the rhythm owning that space. What are they going to do? Wow, okay, escapes the corner, looking for the overhead this time. This closes it out. You gotta hand it to both our fighters. They put on a real clinic for it. This isn't about just winning the match. Pride and bragging rights are at stake here. Both fighters will need to bring their A game to the table.
Time to play.
Round one. Fight.
The fight just started. This is Tasty Steve on commentary. Gets a chance with the jump in. Side switch, now they're on the defensive. Backs him into a corner. Player one in that dangerous burnout state. Starts with the jump in. And player one doesn't have a lot of drive gauge to play with. They gotta watch out. Taking stock. At this range, many attacks connect if you stick something out. The neutral game is so important. We're near the end of the round. I want to see someone shoot their shot. Come on! Drive rush gets in their face. And the throw ends the round. Player one sets the tone with that win. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Round two. Fight.
Changes things up with an overhead. Brushes that off and keeps going. Uses the drive rush to deprive them of their turn. Trig lab. They decide to take a breather to regroup. Throwing some shade. You know we paid to get in here, right? That's a counter. Drive gauge gap here. Player one can't use any drive moves without burning out. They're backed up into the corner. Through the door. The spacing is so on point right now. Any mistake here will be big. Oh, this could be something. Feng Shui engine activation. They want to end this quick. Takes the hit and keeps on trucking. Burnout trigger. They quickly get back into the corner of the stage. Jump! Reads the throw and escape. I see you up there. Going in. You gotta be cages the men with the love super. Excellent read. Down and out. Player one gets a clear victory. I know they want to add more W's to that column. Everyone's getting fired up and we're just ready to get started.
Here's to a fair fight.
Simple and clean.
Round one. Fight.
Let's see what they try and do here in this first round. Waiting for the opponent to make the first move. Anything that happens early in the round will set the table for the rest of the fight. Both fighters have plenty of health. Where's this match gonna go? Good parry there, and now they get pushed into the corner, where it's going to be hard to escape. Parries the attack, and player two is mixing it up and has them shaking in the corner. Both fighters are looking for a way to fill up their super art gauge. Opts for the throw. Gets the jump in. The attack is parried. Throws him. What's next? Goes for the super art. Their super art gauge is running on empty. That's going to be a big factor in how this match plays out. Life lead opens up. Uses a target combo as a filler. Grabs them with the embrace. Player two can't afford mistakes without the jump. Comes from behind to pick up the win. They took advantage of every chance. Player one with a good start to the fight, but can they keep it up?
Round two. Fight.
Starts the party with a jump in. How will they take advantage of everything that's happened up until now? Fights back out of the corner. Parry. Saw that coming. Knockdown and clean parry. Lands the back throw. Time to go pounding them with the Lopshuka. Can they stand the heat? That's not gonna hit. They're thinking of scoring burnout trigger. Throwing some shade. Player 1 in dire straits with burnout. Departure set. Player 2 is in a pretty good situation with the meter advantage. The spacing is so on point right now. Any mistake here will be big. Player 2 needs to use the threat of the corner here. This is gonna hurt. Solid anti-air with the mixer. Clutch, anti-air. Ball splat into the guard break. Amazing. A back throw for damage and vital positioning. This is a critical moment. Both of them better duck and cover. Here comes Esau. Lots of distance here. Who's baiting who? Excellent read. Teach him a lesson. What now? What? In anti-air? They gotta dig down deep here. Puts the fear. Got him. Player 1 gets the win in a convincing fashion. We got a good match on deck right now, and no one's gonna want to blink once the action gets started.
Here's to a fair fight.
Simple and clean.
Round 1. Fight.
Let's see what they try and do here in this first round. Good parry there, and not much damage dealt so far, but they may be looking for an opening to run with. Player 2 pushes the opponent into the corner. Next up. Drive rush to keep the momentum. All right, what's up now? Goes for the throw. Player 2 is mixing it up and has him shaking in the corner. And hits him for the stun. This might be over right here. Ooh, adds on a bit extra to top off their damage output. Player 2 creates a good corner opportunity. Where is their opening? Very solid corner switch. Opts for the throw to close it out. Player 2 draws first blood, and it's on the board. Can they keep the momentum?
Round 2. Fight.
Starts to push with Arabian Cyclone. They've piled up the knowledge. Charges forward. Player 2 chases him down. Uses the drive rush to deprive them of their turn. Timely side switch there, which will let them go on the attack. Taking stock. Trig lap. They decide to take a breather to regroup. Drive gauge management here is going to be vital. Reebok icicle. Knocks off a chunk with that combo. Are they going to be able to come back? Cages them in with the Lopshuka. So it's there. Here's the final round. The real fight starts now.
Final round. Fight.
Last chance, it's now or never. Raw super art. Big opportunity coming. Streetfighters. Player 1 lead crowns them from above. Drive gauge gap here. Dangerous range here. This can lead to some big damage. Both sides getting ready. Betting it all on this level 2 super art. Forward rush. This is gonna hurt. So what's next? Perfectly executed. Player 1 was an absolute beast in that match.